Just making sure everything is up to snuff here. Get going in just a second. There we go. I was just testing things out there. We're good. So we're back in the Mass Effect 3. We're playing as a Sentinel, because why not? There's not Garrus. See, he looks just like Garrus, but he's not Garrus. Makes us sad. Well, let's go talk to you.
Normandy, right? I saw it dock. It was last seen on Earth. Did Commander Shepard escape? He did, didn't he? So why would he be here unless he's seeing the Council?
Ma'am, I can't talk about that.
You don't have to. Commander Shepard.
What's going on here?
Commander, just who I was looking for. Diana Allers, Alliance News Network. I think we can help each other.
I suppose you...
Oh, Jessica Chobot. You make enough noise and you get in a video game.
I'm a military reporter with the show called Battle Space. We're carried on
Good
just
for her.
about all Council planets. My producers want me embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Why would I want that?
Wars can be
Exactly.
won or lost in the editing room. This war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep looking?
Tell your producers yes.
Yeah, fine.
We'll see how it works out. Report to the ship as soon as possible. Any questions?
How much gear can I bring?
1 foot locker.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Cool. So we have Diana Allers on our squad here. That is not what we're looking for. Whatever. I don't want to play on casual, I'm on normal. Let's see, conversation. I wonder what was on casual, that was weird. I wonder why that was such an easy start to the game. Well, we fixed it. Back to normal. Excuse me, Keeper.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. 1 moment.
We're going to the hospital first. Our girl's in the hospital getting treated for severe brain and head trauma, getting smashed into a wall by a robot. Let's go talk to Trauma Girl.
Can I have a gun?
I'm sorry, no.
Maybe I could be transferred to another hospital then. Someplace unsecured. I could have a gun then, right? And no humans. Wherever you transfer me, it shouldn't have humans.
The humans are our allies. You don't trust them.
No, it's not that. How are my eyes? What color are they right now?
Maybe you could tell me what happened.
So we have the beginning starts to her. Taking that. And this.
Shepard, there you are.
Dr. Chakwas.
Shepard.
I'm working at an Alliance R&D lab down in...
Dr. Michelle's from the first game. She's there in case Chakwas is dead.
I heard you escaped Earth in the Normandy, and that someone was critically injured. I came as far
But we
as...
saved her.
We had a run-in with the Cerberus synthetic on Mars. Ashley took the worst of it. How's she doing?
Very well, all things considered. I'm impressed with Lieutenant Commander Williams' resilience, as well as Dr. Michelle's expertise. I wish I could have been there to help on Mars.
It's been 6 months, Doctor. How have you been?
Good. I've been fortunate. When they impounded Normandy, the Alliance didn't really know what to do with me. I was never officially part of Cerberus, and I'd gotten a proper leave of absence from my previous post.
So you hadn't technically done anything wrong by joining me to defeat the Collectors?
Yes, though I suppose if you were judged to be a war criminal, I would have been tried as an accessory.
Your place is in Normandy's medbay, not some lab.
I couldn't agree more. You say the word, and I'm with you.
The Normandy
Get your
would be the same without you.
butt back on the
Get your
Normandy.
things. Docking Bay D-24.
Yes, Commander. And thank you.
Don't
Welcome
take me
back,
so seriously.
Doctor.
Remember, Joker is still
And I'd be
Oof, excuse me.
surprised if he's been remembering his medication.
Clearly he has not. Let's talk to Dr. Michelle now.
Commander Shepard, good to see you.
Dr. Michelle, it's been a long time. You've come a long way from that small clinic down in the wards.
Because of you, I don't know where I'd be if you hadn't dealt with Fist and his thugs. Now I'm head physician in a Presidium clinic. You gave me this chance. I assume you're here about Lieutenant Commander Williams?
How's Ashley doing?
The head trauma was severe, but we reduced the swelling quickly. These types of injury can go either way.
Can't get the lips to sync, so we gotta put her hand over her mouth. They do that a lot in this
You
game.
can go see her if you like. She's just down the hall.
It's better than what they do in Andromeda and just make the faces terrible.
Clinics care for them all.
We're fine now, but I'm worried. Every hospital on the Citadel is preparing for the worst. I hear the docks are tightly controlled, but we just can't leave people floating out there forever.
How are your medical supplies holding up?
We're well stocked now, but I can't say I'm not worried about the future. We've posted guards on our reserves. War profiteering has already begun.
With a center of this size, you must have a lot of direct reports.
We've got 12 full-time doctors and over 50 support staff. It can be overwhelming, quite different from my days in the wards.
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
Alright. So we've talked to them. Okay, cool, that still saves. Good. That pleases me. See who's over here. Nobody's in here yet. Let's talk to this guy.
Well, we need to prescribe you another round of antibiotics.
For when I ship out?
Some bad news. Your squad applied the Menigel correctly, but infection had already set in by the time they found you. I'm sorry. I'm afraid we have to remove your leg below the knee.
What? But I don't understand. It doesn't even hurt.
It would if we took you off the painkillers, Lieutenant.
Yeah, you'd be screaming like a little girl. Nobody there yet. Wonder who that room's for. Let's go see Ash.
Ash. Hey. It's Shepard. I should have known you'd pull through. You're stubborn. Always were. Scared me pretty bad back there on Mars. I just wanted to check in on you. See how you're doing. Despite all this,
Yeah, you'll be fine. That'd be a horrible thing to choose.
get some rest, okay? I'll come by when you're feeling better. We'll talk. You need anything, Doc? Let me know. Okay, Ash.
And I won't do it, because I'll be halfway across the galaxy. I mean, what am I gonna do?
I'll see you soon.
The medical expert that I am. I'll apply the Metagel correctly. Okay, well, we can save this, because we're done with this part of the hospital. We can go now to our embassy area. Max level in this game is 60, so we have a while to go still. Let's go over here and listen in.
Please tell the Primacy that the whole Protectorate wishes to assist with the Alliance project. We had a Prothean obelisk that might have helped. Sadly, it was lost in the Shrike Abyssal. Nevertheless, we are committed to helping both the Turian Empire and the Human Alliance.
Good.
But we spoke about this already. I told you about his mission and
Nonsense. I just filled out the paperwork. He's very punctual when he's on the field. He checks in every week. He hasn't checked in a while. A month. Anyway, I'd like to file an expedited contact request.
yes, of course, ma'am. But the notes on his file state he's not under a contact ban.
Oh, you already looked.
How kind of you.
Just silly worry. It's not like him to go for it.
As soon as I get news, ma'am, I'll let you know as soon as I get news.
Such a nice young woman. You know, you remind me of my daughter.
Ouch. Yeah, her son's dead. Go ahead and climb on up here.
Commander, Councilor Udina said you'd be coming. If you'll follow me, the council is already in session.
We had more important things to do than get told no by the council.
Earth is not in this alone. But Earth was the first Council world hit. By all reports, it faces the brunt of the attack.
By your reports.
The reports are accurate. Earth was attacked. By the Reapers. And it's just the beginning. We need your help. Everything you can spare.
Each of us faces a similar situation. Even now, the Reapers are pressing on our borders. If we lend you our strength to help Earth, our own worlds will fall.
We must fight this enemy together.
And so we should just follow you to Earth?
Even if we were to unite our fleets, do you really believe we could defeat the Reapers?
I don't expect you to follow me without a plan.
Counselors, we have that plan. A blueprint created by the Protheans during their war with the Reapers.
A blueprint for what?
We're still piecing it together.
A big boom boom
But
stick.
it appears to be a weapon of some sort.
Capable of destroying the Reapers?
So it would seem.
The scales. It would be a colossal undertaking.
Yep.
I forwarded the plans to Admiral Hagen. The remnants of the human fleet are already gathering resources to begin construction.
Our initial calculations suggest it is very feasible to build.
If we work together.
Have you considered that the Reapers destroyed the Protheans? What good did this weapon do?
It was incomplete. There was a missing component, here. Something referred to only as the Catalyst. But they ran out of time before they could finish building it.
Do you really believe this can stop the Reapers?
Liara believes it can work, and so do I. And while I haven't always agreed with Adina, he's right about this. We need to stand together, now more than ever. The Reapers won't stop at Earth. They'll destroy every organic being in the galaxy if we don't find a way to stop them.
Silly
Cruel and
council.
unfortunate truth is that while the Reapers focus on Earth, we can prepare and regroup.
We are convening a summit amongst our species. If we can manage to secure our own borders, we may once again consider aiding.
I'm sorry, Commander. That is the best we can do.
Shepard, meet me in my office.
I hope that's
They're
an offer
bad
as
and they
well.
should feel bad.
I'll be digging up what I can on this Prothean device, Shepard.
No, it wasn't an offer of support, Liara. They literally said, just let Earth burn. That was a terrible thing. There was no support.
Jackasses, Shepard.
Agreed.
We may have a spot in the council, but humanity will always be considered second-rate.
How can they be so blind?
They're scared, and they're looking out for themselves.
Our people are scared, and we are looking out for them the best we know how.
Counselor?
Commander, I can't give you what you need, but I can tell you how to get it.
I'm listening.
Ah, Turians.
We lost contact with him when the Reapers hit Palaven. Those meetings won't proceed without him. The Normandy is one of the few ships that can extract Primarch Fedorian undetected.
So
I
far,
mean,
you've
that's
only
helpful.
explained how I can help you.
It might seem that way, but the leaders of this summit will be the ones deciding our future, the fate of our fleets, where they fight, and with whom. A grateful Primarch would be a tremendous ally in your bid to unite us.
We're at war, and you want me to play politician?
If it gets you what
Yep.
you need, what does it matter? Our latest intelligence says that the Primarch was moved to a base on Palaven's largest moon. I've done all I can to help. The rest is up to you.
Literally just done nothing. You told me I can do this, but you did nothing.
The Council wanted me to tell you. We've chosen to uphold your Spectre status.
That's nice of you.
Resources will be made available to you.
Now you've done something.
Well,
Thank you.
that went well.
It's a start. I'll talk to the others in the meantime. See if we can support this summit. Move things along.
Thanks.
Alright, let's talk to Udina here.
Council. To save their lives. And for what? Apologies that boil down to maybe later. If we don't figure out something, maybe later will be an epitaph on a mass grave of 11 billion.
I know what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do?
Humanity has created some goodwill in the galaxy. Now we cash in our chips.
And I blew it up.
What materials I can and spread the message. Help the humans, help yourselves. I'll institute a draft in our colonies and order all civilian ships armed. Work on the Prothean device will be around the clock.
Any news from Earth?
There is constant news. All of it bad. The Reapers are destroying satellites and the old nuclear missile silos, along with everything else that could help. We have a handful of quantum entanglers spread out over the continents. All other communication is cut.
What's your read on the counselors? Any angles I could pursue?
Tavos is a diplomat and compromiser, but she's wrapped up in defending Asari space like a mother panther. Valern is out of his depth. The Solarians like their wars won before they start. They're frightened now. Use that. And Sparatus, I'd take what he offers. It's strange days when the Turians are the least hostile to humans, and there's a need there.
You're a Citadel Councilor. Don't you have options when the others block you like this?
With Parliament destroyed and Shastri gone, I have more power than any human in history. But today, you saw how little that is. Rest assured, I will not be counted out long. I know I can move mountains. Do not lose sight of that, because the task before us is moving planets.
Anderson would be proud, so long as you deliver. You think you can do that?
You need a carrot or a stick to drive a mule, and humanity has neither right now. Our armada is tied down fighting or fleeing. And with Earth's comm buoys gone, our economy is reduced to an IOU. But leave that part to me. I will lean on our colonies for all they're worth, and I can broker enough trade to repair and resupply Hackett's fleet.
Did you know a lot of people on Earth?
Many. It's monstrous to think of them being snuffed out, of course, but the part that gets me is Arcturus. I must have known most of the Alliance Parliament on a first-name basis. I required a second VI just to track all their birthdays and anniversaries, Rose Garden stuff, but to have it all gone.
I should go.
I'll be here.
Yeah. I'm gonna go now. Right. Let's see what's in here. Welcome to Spectre Information Processing Center. This terminal offers secure information and support for authorization of covert operations or requisition. It is restricted to operatives currently on active duty with special tactics and reconnaissance. Any operation requiring payment can be executed at the terminal nearby, which supports secure and untraceable financial transactions. Quarian Pilgrim Gen Valon Nar Nima on the Citadel received large credit transfer from the fleet. Gen Valon purchased tech, including high-end weapon mounts and kinetic barrier emitters, from several ships' service centers. On Ilium, another Quarian Pilgrim unidentified was observed searching for a ship traveling close to the Perseus Vale. The Pilgrim was later heard saying that his pilgrimage was recalled. Data suggests the Quarian fleet is withdrawing its pilgrimage and updating ships for combat somewhere near the Perseus Vale. This could be reaction to the Reaper invasion, but no formal offer or request for assistance has come. Intel suggests the Quarians may be instead preparing for conflict with Geth, which is not a good thing. What do we got here? These are all the weapons we can get. And obviously that. And 7 Defender, huh? Interesting. The Eagle, the Valiant, Crusader, Hurricane, Piranha. The end-all weapon. The Harrier's pretty good. Paladin's fun. Wraith, and of course the Black Widow. Alright. So we see what we need there. Money.
There is no anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Jalani. The Council's simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
Fine. I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Commander Shepard? Commander, Humanity has questions.
I'm sure they do.
Damn press.
I see you're keeping the peace.
Yeah, I feel like a glorified doorman.
Most people would see it as a move up.
Wedged in here with all the stuffed shirts? I'd rather be back down in the streets. I appreciate the higher pay grade, but I'm not a political creature.
If you didn't want to be up, why didn't you accept?
You don't say no to Councilor Udina. Well, maybe you would, but I gotta live here. I know, squeaky wheel gets the oil, but I didn't lobby for a promotion like some other officers. I'm not even sure why he picked me. I never know with politicians. I hate political
Don't lose your edge. You might need it.
Oh, wouldn't mind an excuse to get my fingers dirty. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close. I'm up to my neck in trouble, but if there's anything you need, I'll do my damnedest to help.
Is the Citadel gearing up for war?
There's a false sense of security here. Even people from worlds that have gone down act like they're safe. Well, I guess it's not just human nature. We all lie to ourselves to deal with horror.
Anything important going on around here?
You kidding? With the Reapers running roughshod through the galaxy, it seemed like the Council is in constant session. We got more ambassadors and dignitaries here than ever before pleading their cases. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, really.
Thought things were relatively quiet here.
Well, compared to where you're coming from, sure. But the war's being felt everywhere. Millions across the galaxy have been displaced, and most of them come here.
Must have you doing somersaults.
Yeah, already allocated the bulk of my men to customs, but we're still overtaxed, cataloging and processing them all.
It was Udina who made you a commander.
Yeah, he's become an even bigger shot around here. Got a lot of ambition. He suspected Executor Palin was conspiring against the Council and had me investigate.
Find anything incriminating?
Yeah, enough to arrest him. When Palin resisted, I was forced to kill him. Udina rewarded me with the promotion. And near as I can tell,
Awkward.
being a commander just means I'm putting out different fires.
You got loved ones out there?
Somewhere. Ex-wife I lost track of. And a son and daughter. They're still on Earth.
I'm sorry, Bailey.
Yeah, I'm just like everyone else. I'm losing myself and things I can control. And at the moment, that means creating the illusion of security here.
We both have jobs to do, Bailey. I suggest we do them.
Yep. Good talking to you, Shepard.
Alright, so there's Bailey's situation since Mass Effect 2.
Commander Shepard. Commander, the people of the Alliance have questions. Commander Shepard. Khalisah bint Seen Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
That's punching her. We're not going to do that.
Get help for everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Khalisah, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying. But I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
The Council called the invaders Reapers, the same term once used by a disgraced Commander Shepard.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please.
To the docks.
Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
So we know what we have to do. We know what our mission is. And we have things to do, so let's go do them. Who's that kid? It's like, come on. Come on. And now he's way over there. There's weird dream sequences in this game. Wrong. Wrong. This was at the time when the wah was real popular.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
People around me have a tendency to get hurt. Or worse. Ash is just the latest in a long line.
She's a soldier like you, and she's a fighter. If anyone can get better on will alone, it's her.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
I blame someone else.
I'm specialist. Oh.
Yay!
I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm comm specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination. You can also check your messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCon.
Yay, no more Cerberus.
Commander. Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
No pressure. So we have the Engineer Corps, the 103rd Marine Division, the Alliance 1st Fleet, the Alliance 3rd Fleet, the Alliance 5th Fleet, Diana Allers, obviously the Normandy, it's awesome, mineral resources from Mass Effect 2, which is awesome, her, not great, but we're working on it. I gotta go explore all the parts of the ship because I want my old ships back. I want all my stuff. The quest for my stuff begins again. Mine.
I can't believe the Council won't help. Come on.
Loading screen.
Thessia was lost and Earth hasn't been touched yet. I'd be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
I mean, she's got a point.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Next time you need something, just ask. We're all in this together.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Okay. Yeah. You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay. Was there anything else?
The toothbrush.
We've got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me, seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations of time-lag data to construct a coherent situation GUI. It's an exciting challenge. For me, anyway.
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the terminus
Nerd.
system, though I studied on Earth. My parents were from London.
I love Specialist Trainer.
But they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth are still alive, and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Carry on, Specialist.
Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Do 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 do. Yeah, I'm reinstated. I guess that's a thing. Basically, this is just saying, hey, don't go places. Hey, a welcome back gift. Hey, I have an upgrade waiting. And our Eden Prime mission potential. Let's go talk to Joker. First, let's look here. Nothing. Okay, to Joker.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They're doing everything they can.
Did they at least validate our parking? Well, let me know if you want
No.
me to the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
I love Joker.
Commander.
If you stay there long enough, he makes weird comments. It's funny. We're not going to stand there long enough. We have things to accomplish. Head on down to the crew deck here. Head on down to the crew deck. Here's our memorial wall of all the people that have died. Presley on there right now is kind of the main one. There we go. Pick that up. That's the bathroom, silly. Okay. The empty void of space. Oh, we got a new poker table. That's nice. Mass Effect 2, you'd come here and listen to people talk about their family on New Horizon. That's the women's room. We can't go in there. That's where Kasumi was, I believe.
Commander?
Let's talk to Doctor.
Everything okay down here, Doctor?
The Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old med bay. Feels like home.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. I'm just going to run some diagnostics on your implants, and it'll take a few readings. The procedure we did for your scarring has produced a lovely synthetic protein overlay, and your body has accepted the implants quite nicely.
Made it better. Sure didn't come cheap.
That's it. You're the picture of health.
How's our inventory of meds?
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
You ever regret working for Cerberus?
We didn't work for them. We used them. If I were to feel anything, it would be guilt. We took their money, took their best people, took their best ship. We used them to defeat the Collectors, and now we are using their resources against them. So no, I don't regret it one bit.
I love her outlook.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children. I'm blessed with many close friends. But with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
I'll see you around, Doctor.
Take care, Shepard.
See, we can reassign our power there. And our power bonuses, which is good. There's the dead robot that smashed up my girl. Mike's Messiah. No Rupert in this game, that kinda sucks. Just exploring, looking for all my ship models while we talk to our crew. Talking to the crew in Mass Effect 3 is kind of the purpose of the game almost. It has really good gameplay, it's just the interactions with the crew is the best part, for me at least. Now we're going to talk to Liara. This used to be Miranda's room.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking
Sounds
at?
useful.
I'll inform you if you found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant
There's some good upgrades too. Let's talk to Dr. Liara here.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice.
Yeah,
to
I'd say
know
so.
where the kid's playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. People were finally starting to listen before the Reapers came. If we'd had a little more time, maybe Earth wouldn't. I'm sorry. I understand if you don't want to talk about it.
The thought means a lot, Liara. Thanks.
You're welcome. And since I didn't mention it before, it's good to be back, Shepard.
Also, lens flares. Lens flare.
Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
It's that high tech?
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
The original Mass Effect 3 game, Shepard's head would turn and still be facing Glyph while doing the rest of the conversation. They fixed that bug.
Exciting. The old broker's ship. Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalas.
Oh, those lens flares are terrible. Thank God that didn't stick around.
Theron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
And that'll all be on my YouTube replay list so people can read it.
Hello, Shepard. Hello, Shepard.
Hi.
Hello, Shepard.
Hi. What do you got for me? Shield strength, ammo. Shield strength, ammo. I kind of like the ammo. But the thing is, I have powers with this character. If I was a soldier, I would take ammo. But since I'm a sentinel, I'm actually going to use shields. Because I have the ability to use biotics and tech, I don't need the ammo quite as much as staying alive. I need to live, dang it. Well, thank you. You're very kind. Alright. Do engineering. Let's go this way. I want my space hamster. I can't name him Boo. I heard you. Where are you? Come. Got him. First try. Alright, Space Hamster back in business. And a bunch of our modeled ships, of course. Gotta have our model ships. A little empty down here. That's where Joker hid to not die from the Collector's invasion of the Normandy. Hey, it's Presley. Or not Presley, Adams. Presley's dead.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back. I'm sorry for that.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you. I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Does the new Normandy
Good.
stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers.
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means...
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging it.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processors. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Good.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Welcome back to the crew, Adams. Good to have you. But more importantly, save because I have my space hamster. Space hamster. Let's go in here. Okay, she has a bed and everything. It's crazy.
How's the new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. The first two, I can deal with. That last one gets my attention.
So what are you asking for exactly?
Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Tell people what's really happening. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you are restored.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
Nice. So our war effort gets a little stronger. To the shuttle bay. There's a doggy. There's the doggy. He's the good boy. Got the cruiser. Alliance cruiser.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez.
Shuttle pilot.
Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos. Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawk, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident. It practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them?
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small ESO core, its design sacrificed armor plate. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs were probably just a pile of rubble.
The Kodiak seems...
In other words, quit asking about it.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded ESO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick. That's why you need a good pilot.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
First retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see what we got here. A 10% increase in everything. Let's see here. I think there's a ship over here, but I don't remember. No. Yep. I thought there was. Good.
Hey, Shepard. Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
It's okay, Caden's never been to London, and he's dead now.
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
I think I can handle it.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh, yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
I gotcha.
Nice.
What do you mean, was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
That's right.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
I do.
Me.
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war.
Do. Wrong answer, dude.
Maybe you
We
are.
don't accept potty language
If
on
you're
my
half as
ship.
good as I think you are. We need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey. Thanks for the dance, loco.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
As long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget. Hey again. What's up?
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk,
or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yeah. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not at home. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I take it you and Lieutenant
True.
Cortez know each other. Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. Like, go to his head. I'll talk to you
Catch you later, dude.
I'll talk to you later. You bet. You bet.
Another ship. I get all the ships. All my ships gotta come back. Gotta collect them all. I'm pretty sure I can get by without a lot of this for now. For now. Wait till we get our store discount. See our fishes, they're missing. Nothing there. The random music of Mass Effect. So we got all those ships back. Got our space hamster. Sir Squeaks'em. Sir Squeaks a lot. It can't be Boo because that's in Baldur's Gate. Can't take Boo.
Commander?
Alright, so we're going to travel the galaxy a little bit here before going on. And then we're going to get the Turian Primarch, but we got to find our stuff. There we go. Let's make sure we have all that. Okay, everything's fine there. They have nothing for us. Nothing. We don't want to go to the Prothean artifact yet. Cat's nest.
I found something.
There we go. So you start the scanner. A little different than Mass Effect 2. There's either credits, a resource, or a war asset in all of these, see? So we have a weapon upgrade kit, that's cool. Take that. There we go. Karshawn. And there's the Pillars of Strength. We'll need that for later. And here we go to Untrail.
Signal confirmed.
There's 100 units of fuel back. And we got 10,000 credits. I want to make sure that was the only systems in the kite right now. It is. So that got me back to 1,000 units of fuel, which is good. 80s Gamma. Headed here now. We're just looking around for various upgrades and stuff right now. Important things.
I found something.
Another 10,000 credits. I'll take it. Alright.
Signal confirmed.
Wah. That means the Reapers are coming to try and wipe me out. We can't have that. Oh, we found a war asset. That's our first war asset found. Special Team Zeta.
Evasion successful.
100% found. Alright. Climbing on up.
I found something.
That gives me some fuel. This is going to be hard. Okay. Kleinsoul. What's that gonna give me? 10,000 more credits. You can chase these guys forever, but eventually they do catch you and end your game, so don't do that.
Signal confirmed.
That's why we went to that planet first, as you see all the Reapers were right there. They're like, yeah, we're coming for you. It's like, ooh. Well, a War Asset Alliance frigate, Agincourt. Very good. Some much needed fuel. Not a lot of it, but enough. See, we're 66% of the way done.
I found something.
There it is. I overshot it. 10,000 more credits.
Faster than light jump successful.
You see if you turn your ship.
Evasion successful. Reapers eluded.
That'll give me darn near 1,000. Good.
Faster than light
And we're
jump
at.
successful.
Very good. Got pretty much everything here. That's awesome. Nice. Full fuel. Very good. So that's 100. We're not there yet. That's the Citadel. Alright. Let's go rescue the Turian Primarch. Before we do that, obviously we're going to do this.
Signal confirmed.
During 79th Flotilla, check. Because we're never coming back here, so.
I found something.
Good. Got my 1,000 things of fuel back. This should give me a banner, I believe. Yep, banner of the 1st Regiment. Very good. So I got a war asset and another like upgrade to the war asset, so that's good. I want to go upgrade before I go in there, because why would I not want to upgrade?
Dr. Tassoni found you.
So, weapon damage or ammo? I'm going damage. Each thing's worth more. So we have shields and damage.
Data you recovered, Commander.
We'll take it. So our weapon damage is set. Let's go to the moon. We have our crew. There we go. Good. He doesn't need frag grenades. We have incendiary ammo and fortification, carnage, and arms master. And you see, about to level up again.
friend there.
Holy hell. They're getting decimated.
Strongest military in the galaxy, and the Reapers are obliterating it.
Darn straight they are.
Yes.
Shepard. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Commander, the LZ's getting swarmed.
James, open that hatch.
Ah, I got him from behind.
Soldier, which way to your commanding officer?
Straight ahead and around the corner, past the first barricade.
Okay. Does he have any stuff? So far, it's not looking great, so we're going to move on. $1,250 credits is a full upgrade.
Saw bigger ones on Earth. A whole lot of them.
Oh, we're leveled up. Knowledge of the terrain is our only advantage here, and it's not going to last forever if they keep throwing their forces at us. We'll hold this area as long as we can. I'm linking transponder to the life signal monitoring system of the unit's suit. If it goes out, send another unit here ASAP. Very dire. Continue here. Found the Viper and 1875 credits. Another upgrade bought. There we go, so we have an armor piercing mod, that's good. And 2,500 credits. I'm going to go ahead and put on the expanded magazine for my pistol. There we go. They sent us winter gear, not sure what they thought we'd do with that kind of gear here, but I suppose we should thank the spirits nonetheless. The power source can be cannibalized and converted to power our combat gear's filters units instead. At least it'll be nice not to have those things clogging up anymore. So, a couple of armor upgrades, that's good.
Domestic, get your men up on that north barricade.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Barnes, find a way to get that comm tower operational.
Sir. General?
Commander Shepard. Heard you were coming, but I didn't believe it. General Corinthus.
I've come to get Primarch Fedorian.
Primarch Fedorian is dead. His shuttle was shot down an hour ago as it tried to leave the moon.
That's gonna complicate things. How bad is it, General?
We just lost about 400 men in half an hour. We set up camps on this moon as an advanced position to flank the enemy. A sound strategy. Just...
irrelevant.
Exactly. The sheer force of the Reapers seems to make them immune to that sort of tactic. The Primarch and his men found that out the hard way.
I'm sorry. I hear he was a good man.
And a friend. He would have been an outstanding diplomat.
So what happens now?
The Turian hierarchy provides very clear lines of succession.
Right. General Corinthus?
With such heavy casualties, it's hard for me to be certain who the next Primarch is. Palaven Command will know. However, at the moment, contacting them is impossible. The comm tower is out. Husks are swarming that area. We can't get close enough to repair it.
Don't worry, General. I'll get your tower operational.
Thank you, Commander. I'll take care of things on this end.
All right, let's go.
Alright, let's go fight some stiff.
To the left of the main barricade in front of Palaven.
Let's go!
Wait, I gotta check my other guys. Oh yeah, that's important. I just dropped a second off her warp. That's awesome. Okay, that's there. Whoopsie-doodle.
Up and on your left. This is the main barricade.
Assault rifle piercing mod.
Husks at the tower. Overwhelmed us. Good luck.
Alright, took care of all the husks, so that's a good thing.
We can't repair it from this panel. Liara, see if you can repair it.
I'll go up and have a look. If you can keep husks from climbing up behind me, I'd appreciate it.
Gotcha.
Here they come.
Ready, James?
Hell yeah. Let's take them.
Shepard, I've repaired the tower's main satellite connection. On my way down.
Punch it.
General, do you read? The comm tower is now operational.
Much appreciated, Commander. I'll contact Palaven Command.
Let me know when you've got something. I'll help your men till I hear from you.
Understood.
Shepard out.
I disposed of all the husks. This is... hooray. Looks like there's got to be one more laying around here.
Go ahead.
I have information from Palaven Command. Please return ASAP.
On our way.
Got armor piercing. There he is. I was like, where'd he go?
What have you got?
As your partner said, succession is usually simple.
I'll be right back.
But right now, the hierarchy's in chaos. So many dead are MIA.
I need someone. I don't care who. As long as they can get us the Turian resources we need.
I'm on it. We'll find you the Primarch.
Garrus.
Zakarian, sir. I didn't see you arrive.
At ease, General.
Good to see you again. I thought you'd be on Palaven.
If we lose this moon, we lose Palaven. I'm the closest damn thing we have to an expert on Reaper forces, so I'm advising.
James, this is Garrus Vakarian. He helped me stop the Collectors. He's a hell of a soldier.
Lieutenant, good to see you too, Leon.
Good to see you in one piece, Garrus.
General Corinthus filled me in. We know who we're after.
Palaven Command tells me that the next Primarch is General Adrian Victus.
Victus. His name's crossed my desk.
Know him, Garrus?
I was fighting alongside him this morning. Lifelong military. Gets results. Popular with his troops. Not so popular with military command. Has a reputation for playing loose with accepted strategy.
What do you mean?
On Tatris, during the uprisings, his squad discovered a Solarian spy ring about the same time the Turian separatists did. Rather than neutralize the ring, he fell back. He even gave up valuable fortifications which the rebels took.
Then the rebels attacked the Solarians. When both groups had worn each other down, Victus moved back in.
Bold strategy, but wild behavior doesn't get you advanced up the meritocracy.
Primarch Victus. That should be something to see.
You think he can get the job done?
We both know conventional strategy won't beat the Reapers. Right now, he could be our best shot. And I trust him.
Okay, let's get him on the shuttle and get out of here.
Commander! Shepard, come in!
Can this wait, Joker? We're in the middle of a war zone.
We've got a situation on the Normandy, Commander. It's like she's possessed. Shutting down systems, powering up weapons. I can't find the source.
I need the Normandy standing by. We may have to bug out.
Should I go back and take a look?
Do it. Garrus, you said you were with Victus this morning?
Yeah, but we got separated. He went to bolster a flank that was breaking. Could be anywhere out there.
We're trying to raise him, Commander.
Incoming Harvester! Headed for the airfield!
General, tell Primarch Victus we'll rendezvous here. In the meantime, let's go take care of whatever that thing dropped off. Coming, Garrus?
Are you kidding? I'm right behind you.
Alright, we got Garrus now. Very good. It worked out really well, actually. Oh, that's pretty freaking cool. Concussive shot. Okay, let's see.
Atmosphere's a little thinner than I'm used to, is all. Adrenaline's better than oxygen. Just me? Or do those Reapers look like Turians?
Right. Me too.
Got him.
I think we're done here.
No, we're not, James. We have things to collect. Like money.
Go ahead.
Still trying to raise the Primarch, but we've got trouble back here at the main barricade. If the Reapers breach it, we're done.
On my way.
Well, we can't have that. There's this game's turret section. Speaking slowly does not make the meaning more apparent.
They're on the barricade.
All right then. dead. That's what it is. Take care of that brute.
Shepard, Corinth is here.
What's the word on the Primarch?
Still can't get a stable comm link.
Okay, I'm going on foot. Shepard out. Garrus, take me to the last place you saw Victus.
We're going.
How far?
Should be pretty quick, unless we find trouble.
Took out a frigate. Man, how many people? Oh my god. Would you look at that?
Damn it. Look at Palaven. That blaze of orange. The big one. That's where I was born.
That's rough. Still have family there?
My dad. A sister.
How bad is it?
Not
3
anymore.
million lost the first day. 5 the second.
How's your military holding up?
Look around. That should give you some idea.
You're putting up a good fight.
For now. But how long does it take before the fight's kicked out? If they'd only listened to your warnings about the Reapers, we might have been ready.
Maybe. Hard to figure how you prepare for something like this.
That's true. Check that out. It's not even paying attention to the shooting. It's just like, whatever.
Got more back here.
Shit, I hate
Punch it.
New York is crawling with the creepy bastards? I never should have left Earth.
It's gonna be bad all over.
Leaving the fight just pisses me off.
But you're here asking Victus to do the same thing. Leave the fight to make nice in some boardroom.
This summit is the only chance we've got. None of us is beating the Reapers alone. Soldier, you okay?
Yes, sir. We'll make it.
Have you seen General Victus?
Half hour ago. Heading south.
Okay, good luck.
Yes, sir.
Commander, how many troops in that crash? 50? 75?
Not sure.
Sounds right.
Hard to see a beautiful ship like that go down.
Not to mention the men serving on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should go. That was a little closer than I'd like.
I'll say.
No survivors. Damn it.
Crash like that, it's not surprising.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's a ship. Jeez.
So, Loco, you really think this summit will work? I mean, Asari? Solarians? Where's the Krogan and Batarians? Where's the meat?
It's not that easy.
The Batarians took the first hit when the Reapers arrived. Not much left of them. And the Krogan have never forgiven us for the Genophage.
Right. Turians sterilized them.
Solarians came up with it.
And the Krogan hate them both.
So they won't be joining us.
Too bad. I fought with a Krogan. They're tough sons of bitches.
Yeah, that'd have been awesome in Mass Effect 3. It was the one downside that I really didn't like about this game was no Krogan. I guess Vega's supposed to be a Krogan. It's not the same. Nice. Nice. Oh, level 34. Very good.
That sounds bad! Okay, double time. No Reaper's taking this Primarch from me. Right behind you! Move into the compound! Moving! Right behind you!
Dodged. That hurts. Stop dodging. Genius me.
Looks grim. It's been a brutal fight for these guys.
But the tide's turning! Turn up the heat!
No. Quit snap locking on Discover. Right, there we are.
General Nichols.
Yes?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Normandy.
Commander, I know who you are. I can't wait to find out what brings you out here. Vicarian, where did you go?
Heavy Reaper unit on the right flank. I believe your exact words were, "Get that thing the hell off my men."
Appreciated.
General, you're needed off-planet. I've come to get you.
It will take something beyond important for me to leave my men or my Turian brothers and sisters in their fight.
Fedorian was killed. You're the new Primarch.
You're needed immediately to chair a summit and represent your people in the fight against the Reapers.
I'm Primarch of
negotiating for the Turian hierarchy?
Yes.
I've spent my whole life in the military. I'm no diplomat. I hate diplomats.
What makes you think you're not qualified?
I'm not really a by-the-book kind of guy, and I piss people off. My family's been military since the Unification War. War is my life. It's in my bones. But that kind of passion is deceptive. It can make you seem reckless when you're anything but.
War is your resume. At a time like this, we need leaders who've been through that hell.
I like that. You're right.
And honestly, uniting these races may take as much strength as facing the Reapers. See this devastation, Primarch? Double that for Earth. I need an alliance. I need the Turian fleet.
Give me a moment to say goodbye to my men.
Without him down here, there's a good chance we lose this move.
Without him up there, there's a good chance we lose everything.
Look at that. And they want my opinion on how to stop it? Failed C-Sec officer, vigilante, and I'm their expert advisor? Think you can win this thing, Shepard?
Yeah, I don't know, Garrus. But I'm sure as hell gonna give it my best shot.
I'm damn sure nobody else can do it. For whatever it's worth, I'm with you.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready, Primarch Victus?
One thing. Commander, I appreciate your need for our fleets, but I can't spare them, not while my world is burning. But if the pressure could be taken off Palaven...
That's a pretty tall order.
We need the Krogan. I can't see us winning this thing without them. Get them to help us, and then we can help you.
The Krogan.
Looks like your summit just got a lot more interesting.
He's like, oh, crap. Well, we got Gerver. Our gear bearer is back.
The Asari have been down this road before, Commander Shepard.
But Madam Counselor, let me...
I tried to smooth things over with the Solarian Dalatras. To say she's upset would be a monumental understatement.
Some of these issues are hundreds of years old. Time to let go.
Sad to say, but any effort to ally these disparate groups seems doomed to failure. And I'm sure you understand that we cannot afford to waste time with the Reapers knocking at our door. This must be my final word. I'm sorry, but the Asari will not be at your summit.
Our alliance would be stronger with the Krogan. You need them. We all do.
I wish you luck, Commander. Goodbye.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Commander, have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well, then you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
Have you pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth?
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Arcturus Station before we knew what was happening. From there was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
Sending us to the Mars Archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire Second Fleet to provide cover for the Third and the Fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
How do you see us winning this war, Admiral?
By making you the tip of the spear.
I'm flattered, but the Normandy's just one ship.
And a fast one. You can move quickly, hit a target, and leave before the enemy has time to react.
It's an advantage, but can it win a war?
It's the larger principle that matters. We'll never defeat the Reapers in a full frontal assault, Shepard. The battle against Sovereign 3 years ago took everything we had, and that was just one Reaper.
I haven't forgotten.
So I'll find their soft spots, avoid them where they're strong, and hit them where they're not. And when I find gaps in the armor, I'll hammer them with every soldier, ship, and bullet we've got.
How long can we keep that up?
As long as it takes. The reality is, Shepard, everything I'm doing is a delaying action for you. I'm buying us time, keeping us in the game while you gather what we need for this Prothean device. So keep at it.
Has your analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
Liara appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
Do you think it's risky, building something like this when we don't even know what it does?
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me, but the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Well, that's logical. Let's take this leap of logic and see if it works out for us.
A way to defeat the Reapers.
It didn't seem as if the Illusive Man was suggesting we appease them. Not like Saren did. You'd think we'd be on the same side, now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
The Illusive Man talked about controlling the Reapers. He seemed to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't
Darn
try.
straight.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the Illusive Man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
As you see, we grew a little bit here. Team Zeta, combined engineers, specialize in destroying enemy fortifications in hostile territory. This is a tight-knit group of men and women respected for their knowledge, renowned for their tenacity, and infamous for their enthusiasm. So they went up a little. Alliance First Fleet. The SSV Agincourt was one of many Alliance ships saved the colony of world Elysium from pirates and slavers during the Skillian Blitz in 2167. In order to stay with his vessel and crew, its captain refused promotion after the Blitz. So they increased. So all those guys went up. That's good. And we have the Turian 79th Flotilla. Distinguished itself during the Krogan rebellions when it clashed with the Krogan warships above Gergeris. The 79th sacrificed themselves in great numbers to bring down Krogan vessels attacking colony. Centuries later, the flotilla continues to rely on speed and stealth to harass the enemy. They run interference, divert fire, and make bombing runs on enemy ground units until anti-air defense managed to target them. So, a little bit stronger. Little bit.
Commander,
Stock this
thank you
guy.
for allowing me the use of your ship, and for going along with this plan. Garrus said he had to attend to the Normandy's weapon systems. Something about calibrations.
Sounds like Garrus. I'm sorry
You have
to
to
say the
calibrate.
Asari Counselor won't be joining us. She thinks there's too much bad blood with the Krogan.
She may be right, but there'll be a lot more blood. Real blood, if we don't try.
When you put it that way.
The sooner we have this summit, the sooner we'll know. Is there something else I can help you with?
I understand this is a difficult time for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements. Can I still count on your help?
If the Krogan help us on Palaven, then I give you my word.
How is it being the Primarch?
Not what I imagined. The battle of all time is happening on Palaven, and I'm light years away, reading casualty reports in the millions. If I'm going to die, I want to be with my men, so there's no doubt we fought to the last soul.
I understand. Leaving Earth to save it. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I'm not surprised. Garrus speaks highly of you. You never asked to be a leader, yet your people will die if you refuse. We find ourselves in similar circumstances. Let's hope the spirits grant us the strength to see it through.
How are things on Palaven?
The casualty reports are staggering. The Reapers are using our own tactics against us. Destroy the enemy with overwhelming force.
I've seen the same on Earth.
The strategist in me admires their brutality. The Turian in me knows I'm watching the destruction of 15,000 years of civilization. My civilization.
Thank you, Primarch. My thoughts are with Palaven.
And mine with Earth.
Rough.
Commander, EDI just went offline.
What do you mean, offline?
I don't know, she's not responding and I can't access the AI core diagnostics. You better get down to Deck 3.
Commander, comm systems are going haywire. Whatever's happening is centered on Deck 3.
See if you can get to EDI. I'll check the AI core.
Proposition for you, Shepard. You won't want to pass it up. I'm in a nightclub in the Citadel called Purgatory. Don't make me wait too long. Aria. From Ashley. Commander, I don't know how to say this. Udina wants to make me a Spectre. Crazy, I know. I'm not a big fan of Udina, but he can make the Spectre thing happen. He's pressing me for an answer, but I don't want to tell him. I'm too sore to get out of bed, and this gets dropped on me. I told him I'd think about it. If you find yourself near the Citadel, drop by the hospital. I'm getting a little stir-crazy here. Ashley. Sender blocked. Commander, my name is John Bao. I'm with Special Tactics and Recon. While some still have concerns about your past activities with Cerberus, many of us in ST&R took your warnings about Reapers seriously. I'm reaching out to you because I have information that could tie agents with significant political power to the Reapers. If you have time to meet me in the Citadel Embassy, I'd appreciate your discreet assistance. Sincerely, John Bao, STG, ST&R. Shepard, I've called and I've sent messages, but I've gotten no response. With Earth's comm systems out, I don't expect this to get through either. But I heard a rumor the Normandy docked here at the Citadel. Are you alive? I'm at Huerta Memorial Hospital under the name Tanner Noira. Well, that's neat. Please excuse the moniker and this email's encryption. My line of work, it is unwise to advertise my location, particularly when I am not in good health. We should meet before circumstances force us apart again. Thane. Commander, there's an Alliance researcher working on the Citadel named Dr. Garrett Bryson. I need you to meet with him right away. Dr. Bryson has uncovered important new information about the Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. I'm officially directing you to support his efforts. The first possible opportunity, please visit Bryson's laboratory on the Citadel at once. That's a DLC. We won't be touching that for a long time. Same with Omega. Come see me. Shepard, I have something important to discuss with you. It's sensitive, so we'll need privacy. I'll arrange for that soon. In the meantime, come see me at the Citadel in the aptly named Purgatory. I have a few ideas for your war. Okay.
I'm trying to restart the systems, but something's blocking me. Whatever's happening, it's taken EDI offline.
Get in here and see what's going on.
Is everything okay?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
Fire extinguishers, Commander. Could be an electrical fire or something.
I'm going in. EDI, talk to me.
Is there a particular topic you wish to discuss, Shepard?
Edie?
Yes.
You're in Dr. Eva's body.
Not all of me, but I have control of it. It was not a seamless transition.
A transition? You blacked out on us for a while there.
Correct. When we brought this unit on board, I began a background process to search for its information on the Prothean device. This eventually triggered a trap. A backup power source and CPU activated, and the unit attempted physical confrontation. Fortunately, I was able to gain root access and repurpose it as I saw fit. During this process, it struggled. Thus the fire.
Edie, you need to alert us about incidents like this. You shouldn't have done this alone.
Bringing the crew up to speed would have been counterproductive. All attempts to help would have been limited by reaction time.
So if you're in there, are you still in the ship?
I exist primarily within the ship. For optimal control, this unit should remain within Normandy's broadcast or tight beam range.
Are you planning to take that body somewhere?
Normandy's weaponry is not suited to every combat situation. This platform could provide limited fire ground support.
You mean you could come with us?
Correct. This body could accompany you to areas the Normandy cannot reach.
Before we do that, I need you to guarantee this mech doesn't have any more surprises in it. Run whatever tests you can. Then we can talk about using it in combat situations.
One moment. I am running trials. Complete. I can send you a full report if you wish. However, my first step should be restoring functionality to the Normandy, to reassure the crew that all is normal.
Just don't be surprised if the crew is a little wary of your new body. It was shooting at them a little while ago.
An excellent point. I will take it to the bridge. Joker will also want to see it.
That he will.
Was that Edie who just walked by?
Yes, it was.
Joker is going to have a field day with this. No crew health issues to report.
Two of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's him. He's an old friend of Urdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them. Sovereign didn't go down without a fight. I doubt 1,000 more of his friends will be any different. Still not convinced I should have left Palaven behind.
There was a boy back on Earth. Couldn't have been more than 6 or 7. I watched him die as the Normandy escaped the attack. Somehow I'm still alive. And he's not.
Being right about the Reapers has never felt much like a victory, has it?
We both knew this fight would be tough. Damned if the Reapers haven't delivered.
At least my government listened to me. Or pretended to. They finally gave me a task force as a token to shut me up.
So you're their expert advisor now?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? Rogue Spectre and C-Sec agents running and gunning outside the lines, making it up as we went along. We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, A certain Turian friend of yours isn't sleeping any better, and he'd be more than happy to meet you at the bar and drink you under the table. Something else you want to talk about?
This is the game where Garrus becomes Garrus, and the one that everybody knows and loves. Before this, well, the first game he's kind of a jerk, and in the second game he's it's strange because you have to gain his loyalty. But in this game, he's your best bro.
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long has it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. What about you? Any word from your family?
My mother's in the Alliance. Haven't heard from her since Earth got hit.
I'm sure she's okay.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now.
He's sick of the platitudes and he has to offer one. What an awkward moment.
We're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in CSEC. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for CSEC, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
To put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers, from Saren all the way to the Collector base.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy. Meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them. And he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What did you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of succession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Yeah,
that's
somebody
right.
who knows how to hold a hammer.
That's all for now, Garrus. It's damn good to have you back.
Wouldn't miss this fight.
Heck yeah.
Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape. Good to be back on board, Shepard. It's nice to see Liara again. I actually missed this place. Somehow, I always knew I'd see the Normandy again. Maybe later.
Heck yeah, so now we have Garrus to talk to and Liara. Bunch of people.
You don't want to come over and talk.
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus,
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Something on your mind?
Just old memories. I spent a few weeks on Palvin's South Peaks when I was very, very young. A Turian there teased me a little, saying that the mountains went on forever. I remember believing him. When I looked up at Palvin from its moon, I saw those same mountains burning. Feel free to look around.
Lion's interrogator. Ugh. Check out these implants he got jammed into her face. Lion's interrogator 2. Shh, she's awake. Cerberus operative. AI 2. Hello. Do you know where you are? CO. AI 1. You know how much gosh darn trouble you're in? AI 2. Hey, ease up. Listen, you're in trouble. I'm not going to lie. But that doesn't mean we can't work something out. If you help us, we can... Boom! AI 1. Ugh, you okay? AI 2. I'm okay. But holy heck, she's dead. What? The whole front of her face is gone. Some kind of ocular flashbang? Well, shoot. Is everyone Cerberus rigged up like that? She went kablooey.
At your service.
So that's messed up. Go to engineering.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Very good, Adams. He seems lonely. We need to get him some friends.
Department for that. They focus test looks, voice, manner. Apparently, girly is good. Sorry, pay more attention. Solarians relate to high-pitched voices.
And Turians?
Turians are nuts. A civilization of war nerds. Loyal viewers, but they write the creepiest fan mail. Uzmek was that. She has got some curves. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Alright.
Everything is in order. Everything is in order.
Good. There's our good boy.
That Primarch's got some real cojones. What we need are more politicians like him, taking names and kicking ass. Hey. Hey.
Hey. So we're through the Normandy.
Commander, I found something suspicious. Have you got a minute?
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about Edie.
Edie is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I do not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project helps gifted young biotics. If it had been open 20 years ago, I bet you'd have been there.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call.
So normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had Edie perform an analysis. It's fake. Edie thinks it's Cerberus. She said the fake Turian signal was similar to the one that lured you to a collector ship?
Long story.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to
Yeah,
think
it
Bristol
went
Academy's
poorly.
being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Trainer. Good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
We're looking at 95.8. Okay.
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot.
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that Edie was gonna install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would've baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, Edie. Yes, you are. Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. There's a whole lot of crap out there needs a bullet between the eyes. Plus, we might... Commander?
Plus, you might need something calibrated. That's what he's gonna say. Accidentally hit A too quick.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions. If I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
Commander?
Yes, Shepard?
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. It's optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting.
I love that reaction.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Seems reasonable.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Yeoman Fitch to the AI core. Cleanup on the AI core. Bring a vac unit capable of disposing of foam. Hello, Shepard.
Commander.
Cool. Ooh, we have upgrades? No. Okay. Almost there, though. I was gonna say, we're almost level 35. Very good. So we've gotten our Gare Bear, which I will refer to him as. That's how my friend refers to him, so I've picked up that moniker. And EDI. So that's pretty successful. Increased our war assets just a little bit. Our money. Overall, I'd say we're doing fairly well. Check. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, Minos Wasteland. We're heading here. So we're gonna go to this and then the Shrike Abyssal up there because that'll give us another war asset.
Signal confirmed.
Cool, 10,000 credits. I actually was hoping it was credits, so that's good. Into the Shrike Abyssal. Very good.
I found something.
Another 10,000 credits, alright.
Signal confirmed.
This is where we want to be. Oops, it's this way. There we go, Prothean obelisk. That'll help. There we are. Plenty of fuel. And with this, we dock in the Alliance docks.
Just our way of welcoming you back, Flight Lieutenant.
Yes, ma'am. Requesting docking permission?
Docking permission granted. Would you like private transport arranged?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, this is where we're going to call the stream. Just for right now, I have to go get some groceries. So I plan on being back, but I don't know if I will. If not, this was, again, a lot of fun. I'm glad we're playing this again. But if I am, I will see y'all later. Like I said, I do plan on playing this again for another 2 or 3 hours. So, until then, I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to go get some gas in the car and some groceries for the week. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. For those watching on YouTube, I appreciate those that have subscribed and are watching the videos on there. Hope you're enjoying them as much as I'm enjoying playing these games from my past. And those that watch on Twitch, I hope you're enjoying them as much as I enjoy playing them as well. Till next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.